What's up, guys? NJ here, bringing you everything strategic. Today I want to talk about two specific things. Usually that involves aggravation between players with dealing with things, whether on a personal level or diplomatic level, is the graveyard. This is a graveyard, by the way. And killing utilities, specifically permanently killing utilities. So, this is the graveyard. I'm going to keep it as simple as that. And I'm only sharing this because I think a lot of players still do not understand what the graveyard is. You will notice there's plenty of low-level resources, but there isn't high-level resources there. Most servers, it looks like this. It's very easy to identify. I do know there are some places and areas where it's a little bit more compact, so it's harder, but this is what you're looking for. So when talking about accusations of someone being attacked in the graveyard, you have to be looking what's inside this box and all that. Or a player, let's say, attacking from the graveyard where they're just chilling in the graveyard and they're sending out their war fleet to, cause havoc. That's what a graveyard looks like. And so that's that for that. I really want to talk about the permanently killing utilities. So let's go here. Here's a large utility right here. Permanently killing them is when their engines are destroyed. So then they don't refit. And then they don't go back to base, which means you have to rebuild them. How this is done is through using Vitus A attackers because they destroy the propulsion. Now, one other thing I want to share on this, how to properly identify if a player is trying to do this. For a fleet composition, they will only, or virtually only, be using the Vitus A attacker here. Have them in most likely the series aircraft carrier or the Tundra. That's the Tundra aircraft carrier. That's most likely what they're going to have it in. It's possible they might have it one or two other ships, but like if they have Vitus A attackers and it's in like a 300 CP fleet, you cannot kill those utilities propulsion. So that is not trying to permanently kill utilities, to try and have some clarity here. I'm going to provide you now two safeguards on this to protect yourself from this permanently killing utilities. I'm not going to say it's an absolute going to protect you in every scenario because of utility stacking, where you stack all your utilities, but two different ways to help safeguard your fleets, and where they will help greatly. The first way is you take these guys, let me go out to the galaxy map, and you would send them to one of these pirate bases and suicide them there. You will go back, they will go back to your base. They will refit. After they refit, make sure you time this. Once when they refit, immediately send them out to start mining again. So when a player decides to use those Vitus A attackers, and I would say an average player will not be able to destroy that propulsion. An above average player who knows the mechanics of the game still has the ability to destroy it. So that safeguard is not enough. I'm not going to share how they can do that because I don't want players that don't know to know about how to do that, because I understand how this can be a frustrating thing. Second safeguard. What you do is in your fleets, you add a ship that can do good anti-air damage. Preferably what I would suggest is between 3 ships. All of them are destroyers, or 4 ships really for that matter. I could even say 5, but basically ships that have anti-air capabilities. The missile AC-721, for example. The support type Tundra. The support type Guardian. And you could even, if you have it, the Winged Hussar anti-air variant. Of course, not all players might have all of these. Hopefully you have at least one of them. And I would say just running one of them in that fleet. You could potentially run two. I don't think you need any more than that. And then you're eating up more of your, military command point space. But that should be enough to safeguard your utility. Now, if you do both these safeguards, in most situations, if not all situations, any player attempting to destroy your utilities, your large utilities, let's say, which is the most expensive, but you could say medium utilities, you should be safe. Or at least your majority of your utilities should be safe and they should not be permanently killed. And so the attempts of that player to doing that, they are either A, going to lose all their Vitus A attackers, and it will be a failed attempt, and it'll be more than that because they won't be able to continue doing it because they stopped at you. The buck stopped at you. Maybe they'll try and get crafty and they'll throw in some more anti-ship damage. And the problem is, if they do that, what's going to happen is they aren't going to be able to effectively destroy those utility ships because you have them at a super low health. And so that extra firepower they added is only going to destroy the utility, not permanently kill them. That is a safeguard. I hope that helps you improve your gameplay. Hope that makes you more satisfied when someone attempts to destroy your utility and they fail utterly. Until then, think strategic.